My child, my beloved, come closer to this message, for what I am about to tell you cannot wait. The angels have gathered with urgency. The heavens have been whispering your name since last night. Something has shifted, a divine alarm has been sounded. Please listen carefully before anything else happens. Take a moment to subscribe to the place where your soul receives messages like this, for heaven has been trying to reach you again and again, and today they are insisting. You are being called, my child. Archangel Michael speaks. A case is being written in the unseen, and it is not confined to the earth alone. A conversation about your life is happening in both heaven and the physical world. Your name has been spoken in a room where decisions are made. Although you were not physically present there, your energy was. Listen, this is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to awaken you. Someone has held on to something they should have released. A conversation about you, filled with untruths, has been carried by someone. But now, the spiritual world has intervened. My beloved, Jesus commands that you know the truth before tomorrow. Time is marching in a straight line toward a moment where a revelation will unfold. This revelation has the power to free you or trap you. Heaven refuses to allow you to walk into that moment blind. That is why this message found you, not accidentally, not randomly, but by divine orchestration. The angels have seen something. They have witnessed the intentions of someone who smiles in your presence yet speaks differently in your absence. This person is connected to the case. You may already feel it. Your spirit has sensed that something is off. There have been sudden shifts in energy, unexpected silence, or an unusual sweetness that felt forced. Your soul noticed it, though you may have brushed it aside, heaven did not. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, sword drawn, shield raised, light blazing. You are not alone in this battle. But hear this, your silence can no longer continue. Your intuition cannot be ignored, and your destiny cannot be delayed. There is something you must prepare for, my beloved. Before tomorrow arrives, the truth must reach your heart, and I will reveal it to you. But first, take a deep breath, for what is about to be spoken will change the direction of the next chapter of your life. Are you ready, my child? Say, I am ready. You said you are ready, and heaven has heard you. Now, listen closely. There is someone who has spoken your name in a place where it never belonged. Someone who has taken something personal and sacred and placed it in the hands of someone who should have never held it. This is where the case began. Not every case is in a court. Some are written in words, some in intentions, and some in jealous hearts that cannot stand to see you rise. But the one connected to your case took a more dangerous path. They tried to interfere with the spiritual territory of your life and the plans heaven had prepared for you. They moved against your assignment and touched what was not theirs to touch. And now heaven has responded. Jesus has spoken, this child must know the truth before tomorrow. Why before tomorrow? Because tomorrow is when something begins to unfold. A conversation, a move, a message, a decision. If you walk into that day unaware, you may mistake an attack for an opportunity or a warning for a blessing. This is why heaven is urgent. My beloved, listen deeply. You have been watched by eyes that pretend to admire you. But there is a soul who cannot understand why you are protected, why you are chosen, and why your spirit keeps rising even when life tries to break you. They question, how does this person survive storms that should destroy them? How do they rise again and again? What power protects them? They do not understand the covenant on your life or the hand of God that rests on your name. So instead of seeking their own light, they have attempted to dim yours. They thought that speaking your name in secret corners would weaken your energy, that whispering lies would form chains around your future, and that alliances against you could break your path. But heaven saw everything. Archangel Michael stepped forward the moment your name was spoken with intent to harm. Now, the spiritual records have shifted. This is why your dreams have felt different, your sleep heavy, and your heart hit with waves of sudden emotion. Your soul has sensed the presence of a spiritual courtroom. Yes, a courtroom exists in the realms of the unseen, and your case was placed there. But hear this, my child. The judge is Jesus, the witness is your destiny, and the accuser has already begun to tremble. There is nothing they can do to destroy what was written for you before you were born. But there is something you must do now. You must stand in your light. You must not shrink, doubt yourself, or apologize for being chosen. Chosen souls attract both love and attacks, but they are never left alone. I know your heart has a question: who is this person? The heavens know you want to understand, and the truth will be revealed. But the revelation cannot come in a rush, it must come in layers, so your heart receives it with clarity, not anger, with wisdom, not reaction. Because the moment you see the truth, your spirit will rise. Right now, you are in the awakening stage. Your awareness, strength, and clarity are returning. When clarity comes, no deception can survive in your presence. My beloved, the angels are preparing you. Let your heart remain open as I reveal the next part. What I am about to tell you will affirm everything you have been feeling. Take a breath. Feel the light around you. You are not merely reading, you are being summoned. My child, now that your heart is open, I will speak more clearly. There is someone who has been watching your life, but not with love, they do so with unrest. They have seen your spirit grow stronger, your inner healing deepen, and the quiet light that surrounds you. Instead of being inspired, they have become unsettled. This is the person connected to the case. They were not always this way. There was a time they acted like they cared, sharing moments, conversations, memories, and experiences with you. But their heart shifted when they saw you rising out of the pain they expected to break you. They could not understand how you healed, how you kept moving forward, or how the same battles that crushed others became your strength. Jealousy does not always scream, sometimes, it smiles and waits. The angels watched it all. This person began to speak your name with a tone of comparison, to imagine your life rather than their own, and to feel the need to control your presence in their world. This is how the spiritual case began. Each time they spoke of you out of envy, a record was made. Every time they wished to slow your path, the angels observed. Every time their thoughts carried weight and direction toward your destiny, heaven took note. Yet you continued to walk with a gentle heart. You forgave, you loved, you hoped that perhaps the distance, silence, and strange energy was just a phase. But your soul knew. It felt the shift. The spiritual world does not hide truth forever, which is why this message reached you now. My beloved, do not fear or panic. What you are experiencing is the moment before revelation. The moment before truth becomes impossible to ignore, before God exposes intentions that were never pure. But hear this clearly: you are protected, you are seen, and you are chosen. The very thing meant to harm you is now transforming into the pathway to your breakthrough. This is why Jesus said, "Tell them before tomorrow." Because tomorrow is when the shift begins. Something will happen that makes you remember these words. A message, a detail, a silence, a slip of truth, strange behavior, a sudden confession, or a name appearing where you did not expect it. The veil will lift just enough for you to see, not to break you, but to free you. My child, you cannot stay connected to people who wish your spirit would shrink. You cannot stay loyal to souls that celebrate your wounds but resent your healing. You cannot continue giving love to those who fear your growth. This is your season of ascension, a period where God lifts you to a level where jealousy cannot breathe. But before you rise, you must see who was never meant to join you. The case that has formed is not to destroy you, it is to separate you from what was pretending to be love. Your heart has always been sincere, and heaven is honoring that now. Everything hidden is coming to light, everything spoken in secret is becoming clear, everything disguised is being unmasked. Breathe, my beloved. You are being prepared, not punished. You are being elevated, not endangered. You are being awakened, not abandoned. Your destiny requires truth, not illusions. The next part of this message will show you how to recognize the signs when they appear. They will happen very soon. Be still now. Feel your heartbeat. Heaven is close. My child, before I reveal the signs, I need you to understand something that only awakened souls perceive. Every soul you meet in your life is not random. Some are sent to love you, others to teach you, some to test you, and some to awaken your purpose. The one connected to your case was never meant to destroy you, they were meant to expose something within you. They entered your life to show you how far you have grown, how deeply you have healed, and how powerful your spirit truly is. Because once, long ago, this same situation would have broken you. It would have triggered your fears, kept you quiet, and made you question your worth. But now you are not who you used to be. Your soul has matured. Your heart has walked through fire. Your spirit has learned to rise from ashes no one else saw. You are no longer soft clay, you are gold that has survived its melting. This is why God allowed this person to come this far, not to harm you, but to reveal your own strength. Now let me unveil the signs you will notice as the truth approaches. These signs are not vague, they are precise. Your soul will recognize them the moment they appear. Listen closely. Sign 1, there will be a moment of silence between you and this person. Not a normal silence, a silence that holds weight. A silence that makes your heart pay attention. In that silence, your spirit will whisper. This is when the truth begins. Sign 2, their words will no longer match their energy. They will speak politely, but something inside you will feel unsafe. Your intuition will rise like a gentle flame, telling you to remain aware. Sign 3, another person will mention their name in passing, casual, unexpected, but the timing will feel too aligned to ignore. This will be heaven confirming what your heart already knows. Sign 4, you will have a dream. Not every dream is spiritual, but this one will be. You may not remember the full details, but you will remember the feeling when you wake up. The feeling will be clarity. Sign 5. Your emotions will shift for no clear reason. You will feel distance where closeness once was. You will feel observant where there was once openness. This is not withdrawal, it is discernment, waking up. When these signs appear, do not speak, confront, or react, just watch. The most powerful souls see truth and remain still until God completes His work. The revelation is not your burden to force, heaven is already arranging it. My beloved, you are being protected in ways you cannot yet see. There are angels walking before you, clearing paths you have yet to reach. Battles are being won in silence on your behalf. The case that has been filed will not go where the accuser intended, for what was meant for your harm has turned into your elevation. Jesus spoke your name with mercy, not judgment. He claimed you, covered you, and stood as your defense before any accusation could form. This is why the enemy trembles. You are untouchable when heaven has spoken. My child, your life is shifting into a new chapter, not a small shift, but a destiny shift. You are being lifted above old patterns, attachments, disappointments, and fears. You are being positioned where jealousy cannot reach you, where betrayal cannot follow you, and where only truth, love, and divine alignment exist. The next part will reveal what heaven is preparing to give you after this separation. Every removal comes with a replacement, and every ending paves the way for a blessing that has your name engraved on it. Take a slow breath, you are safe, my child. Now that you understand the signs, I will show you what comes next. Heaven does not reveal pain without preparing healing. Heaven does not expose betrayal without arranging replacement. Heaven does not uncover false love without making room for a greater love. Everything happening in your life right now is not the end of something. It is the beginning. You are entering a chapter where your soul will breathe again, where your heart will settle, and where your spirit will no longer have to defend itself every moment. Your peace will no longer feel like something you have to fight to protect. This new season does not require you to prove your worth, it only requires you to receive what God has already written for you. But to receive it, the old must fall away. Even pain has purpose. Even loss has language. Even separation has divine strategy. Heaven has been preparing something for you, my beloved, something that has your name written in the folds of destiny, something aligned with your spirit, not your wounds. Now I will reveal the nature of the blessing that is coming. Listen with your heart. You are going to receive the restoration of something you thought was permanently lost. It may come as a message that changes the course of your path, a person whose presence feels like peace instead of confusion, an opportunity that lifts your life in a way you once only imagined, a surprise breakthrough that interrupts your waiting, or a love that mirrors your soul instead of draining it. This blessing is not ordinary, it is life-shifting, the kind that comes once in a lifetime. It is the kind that only arrives after a soul has walked through pain with dignity, the kind heaven reserves for those who do not give up when the world gives them reasons to. This blessing has been held back until now, not because you were unworthy, but because God needed the wrong people to remove themselves first. If the blessing had arrived earlier, others would have tried to claim it, control it, or contaminate it. But now, heaven sees that you are ready. Your heart has softened, not hardened. Your spirit has matured, not collapsed. Your love has deepened, not disappeared. You are not the same person you were when your tears first fell. You are becoming who you were meant to be. And because you have passed the silent test of endurance, the reward is no longer being delayed. The angels are positioning you for a divine appointment. This appointment may appear in the simplest of moments. A conversation, a phone call, a chance connection, a timely message, a place you feel drawn to visit, or a sudden idea that ignites your spirit. Do not underestimate these quiet openings. God places miracles inside moments that seem ordinary. My child, your hands will soon hold what your heart has been praying for. Your eyes will see what your spirit has believed in silence. Your soul will rest as it has not rested in years. The suffering did not break you. The waiting did not weaken you. The losses did not empty you, they prepared you. Now, the blessing is unfolding. But before it arrives, you must release one thing: you must stop carrying people who were never willing to carry you. God is not giving you a blessing just to have it drained again. This is where your heart becomes wise. This is where your spirit stands tall. This is where your soul chooses peace over attachment. You are not losing anyone, you are simply returning to yourself. And when you return to yourself, everything meant for you will find its way to you. My beloved, what comes next is not chaos, it is clarity, alignment, restoration, and peace. You are stepping into a chapter that will feel like coming home to your own soul. Now take a slow breath. Let your shoulders soften. Let your heart open. The next part will reveal why Jesus insisted you receive this message before tomorrow and what happens spiritually when the case reaches its final moment. My child, now we reach the part that heaven said must be told before tomorrow. Do you remember when I said a case had been filed? Jesus is involved personally. This is the moment when those words unfold. There exists something called the spiritual courtroom. Most people never become aware of it. They live their entire lives reacting to things they cannot name. They blame themselves for pain that was never theirs. They carry wounds from battles they never saw. But you are being shown what most will never see. In the spiritual courtroom, everything is seen clearly: intentions, thoughts, private conversations, silent desires, hidden jealousy, secret attempts to limit your growth. Every unseen act has a witness. This is where your case was taken, not because you are weak, but because you are chosen.